The next presenter is Ms. Riho Miyata. Ms. Miyata's presentation is entitled Building a Global Town with an English School. Ms. Miyata, please come to the front.
Hello everyone, my name is Riho Miyata. In this presentation, I will introduce my research project about education and tourism and my ideas about what makes a global citizen. The school that I go to is called a super global high school.五ヶ瀬 students, including me, lead full school lives to become global leaders. As part of our school's curriculum, we have a global Frestopia study project. We participated in the project for 6 years, and we are expected to acquire certain abilities through participation, such as objectivity and problem-solving skills. In addition, each student must find their own research topic which addresses both local and global problems, and research a way to solve those problems. Finally, students write papers discussing their results. We call this process the Global Frestopia Research Project, and we work hard to solve problems through our research. This year, my research project title is Building a Global Town with an English School. What is a global town and what kind of people does it need? A global town is a place where people are aware of global issues and are sensitive to different cultures. Global citizens create global towns. What is a global citizen? I think this is a person who has some communication tools, such as the ability to speak in foreign languages. For example, global citizens might speak foreign languages, such as Chinese, Spanish, and English. Of course, the ability to communicate in multiple languages is not the only essential competency for global citizens, but I think that being multilingual is a vital part of the global citizenship. In short, communication tools are a basic requirement to become a global citizen. Now, my hometown Gokase offers few opportunities to come in touch with foreign cultures because the number of visitors from foreign countries is very low. I think if the number of global citizens in Gokase increases, then people in our town will have more opportunities to come in touch with foreign cultures than they do now. Let me explain my motive of research now. Last June, I spoke to a former teacher who told me a story about a town located in the mountains like Gokase, but which a lot of foreign visitors often visit. Why do they come to this town? Because most people in the town can speak English. I thought that we could apply this example in Gokase. Our town has abundant natural beauty, and it is possible to start a sightseeing business using this natural beauty in every season. However, Gokase's name recognition among tourists is weak all over the prefecture, not to mention overseas. That is a waste. So, I searched for something that high school students like us could do about this matter. Finally, I came up with a way to share the charm of Gokase town outside of Gokase, an English school. If the people of our town could speak fluent English, it would be a welcoming destination for tourists. The school, I imagined, would not be intended for adults, but for the elementary school students who will inherit the local traditions. I made a plan for such a school. First, I would open an English school within Sangasho Elementary School in Gokase. I plan to teach students how to express and introduce themselves. Second, I would let the elementary students find and express the good points of our town in English, focusing especially on Gokase's sightseeing spots. Finally, the students and I would make a town map written in English and send it all over the world via the internet. This map would contain information in English about the charms of Gokase. At the same time, this English school would be able to give future generations opportunities to learn one important skill set for global citizens. My hypothesis is that if we introduce a new way to promote our area, for example, a town map written by elementary school students in English, then interest in Gokase among foreigners will be stimulated and the number of visitors will increase. Then, Gokase villagers' awareness of an interest in foreign cultures will grow. The foundation of a global town will be established. As a result, people in Gokase will have more opportunities to experience different cultures by communicating with foreign people. In July, I finally carried out the planned English lessons at Sangasho Elementary School, thanks to the support of the Gokase Town Board of Education and the teachers at my school. This is the progress of the research. In the first class, I taught about self-introductions. Then I got nervous because there were more students than I expected. The classroom became noisier and noisier, but at the end of the lesson, some students told me it was interesting and asked, "When will you come back?" I felt happy, so I was even more motivated to prepare for the next class. In the second class, I taught about greeting words and days of the week. Moreover, I reviewed the contents of the first lesson, and the students remembered them well. So I think they picked up some English abilities from my lesson. But there are some problems to be solved. I finally need to improve the quality of the English school. In the first class, I could not teach English to the elementary students well. Moreover, I was in a hurry to finish on time, so I could not teach enough materials in these lessons. So I will keep these problems in mind as I continue the research. Although this may be only a small step for our town, I think this project is steadily making progress. Moreover, this research has gained support from several people, including the Gokase Board of Education and the teachers of the exciting class at Sangasho Elementary School. With their support, I intended to succeed in this research. I believe that communication tools are a basic requirement to become a global citizen. I will do my best with all my strength and energy to become a global leader and to support the growth of global citizenship in Gokase Global Town. Thank you for listening.